Hey guys, WOJK here. You finally get to see the face behind the guy who's been talking to you. Um, excuse me, my glasses are flying off. Um, just wanted to touch base, actually do some practicing with my new webcam toy. And basically people have asked what my setup is, how's it set up, and whatnot. And I figured I'd give a quick overview. This is not the finalized setup. It's going to change. There's a couple things I have to change. Like, for one, this back here, it doesn't quite work. It's too cluttered. But believe it or not, this is the third time I'm trying this because I did this before. It was it ended up being a little too dark because it was early in the morning. I didn't have any natural sunlight coming in. Now I did it the second time, and there was no audio because I forgot to flip this switch. It's on now. But anyway, that's the microphone I bought from Best Buy. So, and these are the headphones. So, couple things. Behind me, wrong side, over here, my magazine rack. That magazine rack's probably got magazines clear back to 2009 in it. Just important ones I turn around. It's also got all my D&D books. A friend of mine and myself were going to start getting into D&D before he moved. I bought the books. I think they're Rule Edition 3.5 or 3. It's not the newest rule set. Everybody was playing this one version, and I hunted down and got the books at a discount because they were like out of print. But anyway, before you ask, no. I'm trying to figure out which way to point my finger. That is not my system. That's my old one. That's actually going to be turned into my server. But as you can see, my my TV. I'll get a closer view. It's a little hard to see from back there. But anyway, that's my entertainment area. My computer is actually not on this desk. It's actually sitting under here. I put the computer in between. That way I didn't have to buy extension cables. Because you get into extension cables, you get a bad connection and you lose signal. Matter of fact, my Hodgepodge with this computer does not like extension cables. I don't know why. I think it might be the drivers. I think I fixed it out. I fixed it up with the USB in the system. But anyway, let me grab the brain fart. Let me grab the webcam here, and I'll give you guys a little tour here. Get this untangled. Okay, as I lose my jacket. And okay, here's the desk. Now I'm only going to show you probably 2/3 of the desk because the other one's got my coffee maker and a bunch of junk food and everything lying all around it. But there's my main monitor. Oh, plus I got some candy there. Okay, my main monitor, my keyboard, which they don't make this revision anymore. It's sort of not that great. This is my monitor when I keep telling you guys I'm monitoring my drives and stuff. That's the monitor I'm using. Yeah, product placement. Good old can of throwback. So anyway, that's the desk. Plus we got here. Actually, this might come in good. Yeah, there we go. That's my new SSD. As my hand slightly shakes. I got the HyperX. They got them in at the store I was at. They didn't have any other 120s. I didn't want anything higher than a 120 at the moment. But that replaces... I don't think it's sitting over here. No. But that replaced the main hard drive in this. Now, I apologize. This is not the best shot of this. But that's the monster I built. And if you look up here... if I get the right angle, You can sort of see the inside up here. And then got the lovely blue fan here, which is real nice because it's blowing right on the graphics card, because the graphics card's like right there. As you see, reflection of everything else. But like I said, I put this in the middle because, and pardon my cup of coffee, there's my mixer. And everything runs here perfect to this centralized area without a extension cable of any kind. And there's my infamous Rock Band stuff behind the board that I busted out of the quote-unquote entertainment dresser. Already introduced to you my server I was going to try to rebuild. I have an operating system, I have a drive, I have the components, I just got to get it together. Then you got Aldwin, that bad mamma jamma. Got my 360, my TV, and here's something funny. I bought a Blu-ray player about this time last year. These are the only movies I got on Blu-ray. Tron, Transformers, and Lord of the Rings. Down here, got my stereo, my receiver. It's an older one. It don't have HDMI. It don't even have component inputs on it. Got my Hodgepodge with my Blu-ray. My Blu-ray's been temperamental. It's not wanting to open and close properly at times, so I've had to move it to here so I can quickly get the cover off and readjust the carriage. I don't suggest doing that. I've had experience repairing these. My wife's repaired these, so we know what to do. Then over here, okay, if this is the modern age, this is a stone's throw age. I guess you can say stone age. This is not a CD player. This is not a 5-disc CD carousel that you may see rarely in a store. This is actually a Laserdisc player. This player at the time was the cutting edge technology of optical movie media. And if you're a younger viewer and you talk to your parents, they may know what a Laserdisc is. I'll pull one out here to show you. Got a, and I'm going to do this, try to bounce it, because one thing is these are very fragile. And that's got a really bad glare on it. There we go. And as you can see, I'll put my hand here. That ain't small. Here's a better example. Here's a CD. There's a Laserdisc. Give you an idea. Now, the Laserdiscs, give you a quick history about Laserdiscs. They actually came out shortly after, probably like the late 80s, mid 90s. Matter of fact, machines were still being manufactured in Japan up to a few years ago. But basically what it is, it looks like, as you can see my coffee pot. Here, I'll turn it this way so we can get the glare off of it. But as you can see, you know, it's a double-sided disc. It's about the size of, and if you ask your parents about this, a 33 RPM record, or as a lot of people know it as is a 12-inch vinyl in the club circuit. That's what that is. That's about the size. So once again, you know, that's bad comparison. I don't want to drop this. If I drop this, it'll shatter and it'll be SOL. But I find it funny. I've posted this on a couple places where people have complained with the Lord of the Ring movies. Oh, halfway through the movie, I got to turn on and switch to disc. Imagine you having to do that with every movie with this. You only get about 40 minutes of play time. And I'm going to put this back in here before I drop it. You only get 40 minutes of play time. I did that wrong. There we go. With each side. So a 128-minute video is actually, I still did that wrong, is actually as I try to delicately get back in there. There we go. As I delicately tried to put that in there. So, as I spin around, I'll explain this. Put the one bad thing about corded, it gets everything tangled. Okay. There we go. Oh, back to this. All right. I actually want this over this way a little bit. No, that way. I had this set a certain way. There we go. So, anyway, with that, you turn around and you play 40 minutes of a movie. My player will automatically bring the laser up and around and play the other half. But once that's done, you got to take that disc out and put the next one in. Now, I'll give you an idea. Star Wars, episodes 4, 5, and 6. Those are on 9 discs. You got one, two. The first 2 discs of each movie is double-sided. The third disc is just the one side. It'd be nice if that that was the cutting edge at that time. That was, I guess you could say, that was the Blu-ray / DVD of the early 80s. Because, the DVDs came out in 90s, later 90s. These were like late 80s, early 90s. Little history about them, though. And you can ask your parents if you're younger, or if you're an older subscriber, you'll know this. Blockbuster, when they were all over in stores before the online streaming and everything else, you would get a movie. Okay, let's take an example. Hypothetically, that Star Trek movie, Star Trek Generations. When that came out, Blockbuster got exclusive rights to rent the videotapes before you could buy them. Okay? So a lot of people would go to a store called Suncoast, which would sell those tapes, but you were paying $120 for that videotape, which is what the price at that time for Blockbuster they were paying to buy it. That's how the movie companies got the revenue to make it feasible to release it on videotape, is from the rental. Now, with the laser discs, they were printed, those were made the exact same time as the first batch of rental videotapes. You can go in a store and buy that movie for $60, $80. And people would turn and buy it, bring it home, and you could record it on your VCR. So they'd play it once, record it on videotape, and watch the videotape over and over and over. Once that tape degraded, they could record it again and watch it over and over and over. But needless to say, I had gotten that unit, I think I mentioned, 2 months before DVDs came out. So within 6 months after DVD players and discs came out, those faded out. I mean, I don't think I spent more than $40 for any movie disc. Most expensive one, I believe, was the Star Wars trilogy, which has beautiful for the day. It would be comparing a DVD to a Blu-ray today, compared from VHS to that back then. So you had video files like me that were like, yeah, we're getting that. But yeah, I'm rambling on techno stuff that you know, is outdated. So I guess that's just the way I am. But yeah, as for Blu-ray, yeah, that's the only movies I have. I am looking into getting the Pirates movies. I do have the first two actually, technically, let me do this right. Matter of fact, let me pull them out. I got them right here. There's the boxes. I have I guess you could say a minor collection. There they are. Okay. Show you how much of a Transformer fan I am. I don't know if you can see this too well. There we go. Transformers. We'll do it from the spine. It's easier. Transformers. This is season 1, I believe. Okay, that was weird, guys. It let me record 16 minutes and then shut it off. So let's do my Transformer geekdom rather quickly here. So I have before me, minus the Dark of the Moon behind me, everything I have Transformers. Now, this is the only series that I have completely collected. Minus, I can't really count Macross and Robotech. But anyway, to show my true Transformer geekdom. Transformers, and it's a little hard to see because of the reflection off the monitor. Let's see what, because the first, there we go, that'll work. This is the entire first season. Pretty thick. You're talking 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 episodes for the first season. Now you compare that to seasons today, and that ain't squat, or that's a lot. And that's the pilot season too. Next we have, that's the wrong one. I forgot I gotta go from the bottom because I pulled all these out in the wrong order. Season 2, Part 1. Now in this case you're talking 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23. You're talking 24 episodes. Now, this is almost a half a year of weekly episodes. This is back when a season took longer than 3 months, unlike today. And then you got Part 2, the second season, which has about the same amount of... No, I digress. I had 24 for season 2. 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay. This box set had 24. This has 26. That's 50. That's one episode a week for an entire year. Okay. What's wrong with the companies today? You know, 3 months if you're lucky. But anyway, season 3, Part 1, which didn't have as much. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. This only had 16. I buried it. There it is. I got to move my stack over. Now, this is Season 3, Part 2, and Season 4. 17 episodes. Now, Season 4 was only, I believe it was 5 episodes. Yeah, it was 5 episodes. Now, the reason why we even got 5 episodes of Season 4 is because this video, this movie was the reason why the U.S. got season 4, and it was only 5 episodes. It actually did continue into season 4 with Headmasters and Target Masters over in Europe. But because of this, because they turned around and killed Optimus Prime in this movie and handed over the reins to some hotshot named Hot Rod, people complained and were very upset. So that's why we got season 4, and it was just a small season. It tied loose ends. Now, to actually show how far I've gone on my geekdom, Beast Wars. Not a bad series. I've watched it once, maybe twice, and you know, seeing this came out in like what? I don't know. I don't even know when it came out on box set. But also, real quick, season 2 and 3. That's the complete season. That's the complete running of Beast Wars. And then it moved into Beast Machines, which tied into the Beast Wars, which was very good. In a way, people complained because it wasn't robots in disguise, as in changing into cars. It was a neat idea, organic, you know, whatever. But then we have Mr. Bay's masterpieces. Well, one is a masterpiece, one isn't a bad movie, but it wasn't as good as they hoped. So 2 out of the 3, third one's behind me. These will be getting traded in and converted to Blu-ray. I was going to wait and get the... I originally went and thought, okay, they had Dark of the Moon. They should have a box set. Right? You would think that. I mean, you know, the last Pirates of the Caribbean came out. When that came out, there was a box set. Lord of the Rings, there's a box set. They came out shortly after the 3rd movie was released on DVD at the time. The box set for this isn't even coming out until the end of the month. You know, they want to add special features. I think I've seen all the special features. I've watched them online. You know, the one that I find is funny. If you don't know about it, there is a deleted scene that's not on the Blu-ray edition of Dark of the Moon. You may have seen or heard about it, but they actually had DC police officer cut through a closed set and wrecked into Bumblebee and tore Bumblebee apart. So that's why anything that was recorded after DC Bumblebee didn't quite look right, because they had the secondary car come in and it wasn't 100% accurate. But anyway, that goes to show you my complete Transformer geekdom. Well, movie geekdom. Don't get me in on the toys. I got a couple of them that you can't even find anymore. But anyway, finish my coffee here. But anyway, and the funny thing is with the Transformers, it's an American anime. It's not Japanese. A lot of people think it's, you know, Japanese brought over. No, we designed it first. We designed it as a commercial for the toys, and then Japan jumped on and loved it. So, but anyway, that's enough of that. I'm sorry for the weird video snafu. For some reason, I only recorded 16 minutes and it cut it off. I went on for another 8 or so, and it shut it off. I don't know. So I had to redo this. So this has been WLJK. I'll catch you guys later. And like I said in my previous video, or previous part of this video, hopefully I said it, gaming stuff will be coming. I just haven't figured out what yet. But it will be coming. So I shall catch you guys later.